Hi, this is Colin Greatwood, Applications Engineer at LMI Technologies. I'm here today to show you how to download either the accelerator or the emulator from our downloads page and bypass any firewalls that your company may have installed on your laptop or PC. So the first thing you'll need to do is go to the LMI downloads page at downloads.lmi3d.com, seen here. The second thing is you'll need to navigate to the GoTools package for the sensor that you're using. For example, if I was using a Gocator 2330, I would go to the Gocator 2300 series and press the Go button. It'll take just a second, and then all of the downloads that are available for that series will pop up. Great. Now I'll scroll down, expand the software tab, expand the current release that you want to get an accelerator for, and it is important that you get the proper release, as the accelerator firmware version or the accelerator version will need to match the firmware that's running on the sensor. So if I'm running the latest firmware, I'll select that to expand. Next, I'll scroll to the bottom of that expansion and you'll see something titled Gocator Tools and then the version adjacent to it. Under that list, you'll see the Gocator Emulator or the Gocator Accelerator. At this point, if you haven't logged in already, you may be prompted to log in with your downloads page login. And for most people, this is just their email and a typical password. So since I'm already logged in, I'm going to click the English download button here, and it'll start the download of a zipped folder. Once your zipped folder has finished downloading, you'll see it showing at the bottom of your screen, and you can click that to show it in your downloads folder. Once you've got it in your downloads folder, I would recommend moving it to a location where you can find it permanently. I would recommend just cutting it out of your downloads and going to put it somewhere. So I'll put it on my desktop here today. So I've moved the zipped folder to the desktop. Now I'm going to extract it. You can use your standard Windows extractor tool or 7-zip or WinRAR. Any of those will be fine, but I'm going to extract it here. This will take just a minute because there's quite a few tools inside of this package. Once you've finished extracting the folder, double-click it to go inside. Double-click on the emulator and accelerator folder. Double-click on the bin folder. Double-click on Win64 if you're running a 64-bit operating system, and obviously if you're running a 32-bit operating system on your PC or laptop, then click the Win32. But I'm running a 64-bit, so I will click that. And then I like to sort by type. It'll bring the applications right to the top. So leave this open for a minute. We're going to need to come back here. Next, what you need to do, if your emulator or accelerator has been blocked by your company's firewall, or you think it may have been, you'll need to allow an exception through the firewall. So go down into your search bar, and here you can search for allow an app through Windows Firewall. If your search tool doesn't work, you can also click on the little dial here. That's your settings. Should take you to your home screen for your Windows settings. The next thing you'll need to do is you want to go and find where your security is. So we're going to go to Updates and Security, Windows Security, Firewall and Network Protection, and then allow an app through Firewall. Again, rather than going through all of this, you can just type in the search bar, allow an app through Windows Firewall. So you should end up at this screen. If you have your laptop locked down like mine, then you may have to enter a username and password in order to change settings. So I'm going to click Change Settings, type in your username or password if necessary, and then click Allow Another App. In the pop-up, we need to go and select the actual executable, not the shortcut, for the application we want to allow through the firewall, be it the accelerator or the emulator. So I'm going to browse, and I'm going to make my way back to the folder we just extracted. Great. The only thing that should show up here is applications, or .exe files. All the other files that are necessary for these to run should get hidden. So today I'm going to show you allowing the accelerator through. Two of these applications you need to allow through the firewall. The first is GoAccelerator, and then GoXVM process. So we'll start with GoAccelerator. I'll highlight it, and then press Open. Before you click Add, you need to make sure that you allow that application through all firewalls. Sometimes you'll have public, private, and network. So there could be 3 options here. You'll want to check all of them. Then press OK. Then press Add. If you have multiple firmware versions or GoTool packages on your computer, you may see GoAccelerator more than once. That's totally normal. So I'm going to go back and repeat this process for GoXVM process. Again, you have to allow all network access, press OK, and then Add. Great. So now I've got both of those added, and just to double check, I like to make sure that all the checkboxes, if there's 2 or 3 columns here, they're all checked. And you can see that for my accelerator and GoXVM process that they are. Then press OK. Now you should be able to launch your accelerator and identify the sensors based on their serial number. So we're going to navigate to that folder and double-click on GoAccelerator. Once it launches, you'll press this refresh button, and any sensors that are plugged in will show up in the sensor screen by their serial number. In the off chance that they don't show up right away, what I do is close out GoAccelerator, and you have to remember to exit it from the Windows taskbar at the bottom by right-clicking and pressing exit. If it doesn't identify the serial number right away, you may have one last exemption on the GoAccelerator application. So normally what I do is I'll right-click and run it as administrator. You may get a pop-up. You may have to plug in your username and password or press yes, but whatever you have to do, put that in there, and then it should work.